Hi, I'm Jen Peters. In this healing video, we're going to speak to how to navigate the shock of finding out that things are not what you once thought they were. Now, this might it can relate to anything, to be honest, any situation where you thought things were a particular way and you've discovered that they're not. It might be looking back at your childhood and discovering like, oh my gosh, this and this actually happened, or it might be your relationship and discovering that there's been a whole lot of deception. That's something that I can personally relate to. Whatever it is for you, I want you to know that I see you, and I know firsthand how shocking and destabilizing it is to have thought that this is your reality and then all of a sudden discover just out of the blue that your reality is actually that. It's entirely different. So I want you to know it's really normal to oscillate through shock and disbelief, anger, self-doubt, and often grief, because a lot of the times we will be grieving the loss of what we thought we had or the loss of the people involved. Okay, so that's really common too. So just be really gentle with yourself. So to begin healing and navigating your way forward, I would invite you to create a space away from those involved so that you can get clarity without their interference. Number two, rather than replaying conversations or trying to make intellectual sense of what happened, try instead to tap into how you feel about certain situations or how you felt at key times. Now, where you realize that those times are important, tap into how you felt at that time rather than the information. Because the reality is your feelings are not going to lie, but unfortunately people do. And especially if they've been caught out in some kind of way, they're often not going to be completely upfront with you. So anchor into what feels resonant. Get your answers from there rather than trying to make sense of what people are saying, because you're not going to have all the pieces of the puzzle. So also allow yourself to feel. Okay, and I know everyone says that, but what it really means here is to acknowledge your feelings. The truth is they are valid. They are very valid, and sit with your feelings. What that means is if you feel like crying, cry. If you're angry, be angry, like be in that space. That way those feelings tend to pass through a lot more swiftly. But if we try to distract ourselves from them or push them back down again, they'll end up coming bubbling up somewhere else. So maybe consider speaking your feelings, journal them, hold yourself as you cry, whatever it is that you need to do, but just to allow yourself to go through that process. Also, get okay and get comfortable with the idea that you may not ever get the answers that you are seeking. And the truth is, you don't actually need the answers to be able to heal. I know we want the answers to get closure, but that puts a lot of power in that other person's court. You want to be able to get closure on your own without them, right? So the truth is, you don't need the answers to heal. Wanting to know is fully understandable. However, it really can become a block to your healing. If we are really fixated on having to have those answers, we're not going to move forward. So just make peace with actually not having all the information and being okay with that. Now, number 6, rediscover who you are and who you're not without them. Because once we remove those people or that person from your immediate space, you'll start to find you're actually able to come back to yourself and who you are, and you'll feel a lot more solid and resilient in that place. Number 7, just know that their choices are a reflection of their own unhealed wounds. They are not a reflection of you, okay? And finally, if you are struggling, engage a therapist that is skilled in the area that you need support in. Now, it certainly won't be forever, but it might just be for a few weeks, 3 or 4 sessions. Get yourself on your feet and then you'll be away again. But One thing I would like to say, make sure that whoever you engage, number one, resonates with you, like you really feel good about their messaging, that they are specialized in what it is that you're actually going through. And the last thing, and I think is super, super important, make sure that they've done their healing work. So you can ask them, what is it that they have done? What have they been through? What techniques have they used on themselves? And it's okay to ask that. If they get defensive around that, you're probably being told everything you need to know about them, right? So you want them to be, healed in that particular space that they're going to be working with you with. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to support you as well as they could and should be. Okay, my loves, I want you to know that there is so much here for you beyond where you are right now. I am sending you so, so much love and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Mwah.